Hi friends! So I'm very excited you're here today because we're going to be learning something really fun about words. So words are pretty amazing. We use them all the time to communicate and it's just something we use all day, like every day. So they're able to tell us stories, help us share ideas, and even teach us lessons. So like what I'm doing right now, I'm gonna teach a lesson. But did you know that you can change words as well? Just by adding a little part at the beginning or the end. These little parts are called prefixes and suffixes. They're like tiny magic pieces that can make a word mean something completely new. So, as you saw, a prefix goes in the beginning of a word and it changes the word so it means something completely different. So we had un, re, and pre. So if we said pre, if we used pre first and then we put maybe the word school, it would turn into preschool, which is what most of you went to, such as I did. So it changed into a completely different word, which makes it a prefix. So what you just saw is the word unhappy. So it was a prefix. So the word had un and then happy. So when we put them together, it made unhappy, which means just not being happy. So maybe being sad or angry, but it created its own word like what we've been talking about, but since it's in the beginning, it made a prefix. So the next word that you saw that was a prefix was redo. So what we did was we put re in front of it and then we had the word do, so it made a completely new word being redo. So redo means doing something all over again. So maybe having to redo a test or redoing an assignment because maybe you did something wrong and it's just to be able to try again. So since we've talked about a prefix, now we're going on to suffixes. So since prefixes were at the beginning of the word, now suffixes are at the end of the word. So we had full, less, and So suffixes also change the meaning of the word. So say we have maybe colorless. So we had color and then we put less at the end. So we would have the word colorless, which means there is no color at all. So maybe it's gray or just no color at all, not colorful. Okay, so the word we had was helpful. So since we're working on suffixes, our word was at the beginning this time. So we had help. And then our suffix was full, so it was at the end. So it made the word helpful, which means being able to help others and being very helpful in a way, and like helping a friend with an assignment or homework that you may have in class. So it made a completely new word that kind of means the same as help in a way. Okay, so now that we're working on this together, the word that we're starting with is return. So let's kind of break the word. So we know that re is not a word, but turn is a word. So when we say turn, it means like if you're driving or if a parent's driving, then maybe they're going to turn down another road. So they're gonna make either a left or they're gonna make a right. But if we say return, then it means we're maybe returning a piece of clothing back to the store, or we're returning a pencil back to a friend at school. So we would say, so would it be a prefix or a suffix? So remember, a prefix is at the beginning of the word when a suffix is at the end of a word. So since re is at the beginning of a word, it would be prefix.